So over the last week, I have received a ton of calls and texts from people saying, Chris, you have to react to the new New York mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani, I believe his name is, Zohran Mamdani. You don't mess with the Zohran, okay? But apparently he's a communist far-left nutcase. Here we have today the son of Hamas founder has a warning for voters in New York City talking about this new mayor. Of course, I don't agree with the new mayor. He is a communist nutcase. I don't agree with his policies on, of course, the liberal side. This guy is a woke left-wing liberal. So let's hear the son of Hamas founder giving us a stark warning about this new guy.
Welcome back. As the noise settles and reality sets in, our next guest has a warning for New York and the country about Zohran Mamdani. He calls Mamdani a Trojan horse for the Red-Green Alliance. We first introduced you to this alliance months ago on this show. It's two groups you'd think have very different philosophies, but they're united in their distaste for the West. The red is Marxism. The green is Islamism. The Middle East Forum describes it as, quote, an alliance of convenience between leftists, including progressive, socialist, and communist on the one hand, and on the other hand, Islamists, Muslims who actively pursue the political goals of Islam, such as Islamic supremacism, and the punishment of those non-compliant with Islam. They went on to say, what commonalities bring these two disparate collectives together? Both leftists and Islamists hate Western countries and Western civilization, especially the United States of America.
So they're saying that this guy represents this and he hates the U.S. and wants to have the downfall of the U.S. That's crazy.
Joining me now, the son of the founding Hamas leader, Mossab Hassan Youssef. Mossab, thank you for being with us here today. First, let's just start with this. With your background and your knowledge, the Red-Green Alliance, it doesn't make any sense. How could a socialist furry marching down the streets of New York have something in common with, perhaps, Hamas? So how does it work? Is it real?
For those who don't know, Hamas are an organization that are fighting, they're at war with basically the state in Gaza, and it's crazy. They're actually not a good organization. They got voted in, okay, unbeknownst. I don't know how the hell they got voted in, but Hamas are not good people, okay? Hamas are terrible people.
Actually, they are opposing forces, and the reality is that we have been invaded. Today, we don't need Trojan horses to invade or to infiltrate our borders. We have been invaded through the internet. The communist countries, North Korea, China, Russia, they have been working around the clock to flood our internet, our social media with their propaganda.
Yeah, it seems like TikTok has now pushed a lot of these young women, especially on TikTok, are now communist. A lot of young women are communist. It's really weird to see, like, and Russia, North Korea, all these communist countries, China, they're pushing their propaganda on the people of the USA, Europe. It's a strange, crazy situation.
So they paved the way. They created the climate for somebody like Mamdani to come and represent their ideologies. On the other hand, also we have Qatar, we have Arab oil countries, we have Pakistan, we have other Muslim countries that basically posing as white people, as Americans, and they have been spreading Islamic indoctrination through the Muslim Brotherhood,
So we've heard about from the UAE, a great guy from the UAE, talks about that Muslim Brotherhood not being good. Okay, they're a terrible organization. That's not a good organization whatsoever. It's not like the people living in the UAE or these other beautiful countries in the Middle East. Okay, these oil countries. It's not like these people at all. This is a different, this Muslim Brotherhood are a complete different separate thing, and they're really not a good set of people, okay, apparently.
Other platforms. Now, the average American really does not understand the green and red danger. This is the job of the CIA, of the FBI, intelligence services. They understand this danger. Now, the new generation of Americans, they really don't know the history, the long war between capitalism or let's say the United States, the West, against communism. And
yeah, so obviously communism, like a little history lesson, is obviously against capitalism. Okay, and this obviously originates the Vietnam War. I believe was the Vietnam War was fought over communism. You know, the Russian sort of Cold War was fought over communism. But all these different wars are against the US, are against capitalism. Obviously in Europe, we love capitalism. In Ireland, we love capitalism. It gives us the highest standard of living possible. It's great for Ireland. But this socialist, this communism is taking over. We actually elected a socialist to our president, Mrs. Catherine Connolly, or Miss Catherine Connolly. She is actually a socialist, a communist now being elected by the people of Ireland, because most of the people in Ireland are extremely communist, guys. Okay, there is a woke communist sort of agenda pushing and sweeping across Ireland. It's disgusting.
Real danger of such a model. Now, these two models, the Islamic and communist models, they're anti-American at their core. And they want to push America in the backseat. And they want to change the world order. This is what they are aiming to do. Now, the new generation of Americans don't see this bigger picture. They think that every other country is just like the American model, that people demonstrate their freedoms. They don't see that these two models are failing models. And at best, what they can offer is a tyranny, a dictatorship, a totalitarian system. They can never succeed in representing a transparent democracy.
Yes.
And
this guy is very well spoken. So they don't want a transparent democracy for the West. They basically want, you know, the whole Western world, you know, Australia, this capitalist model, Europe, North America. They want all these places to just become the backseat. They want to be the communist leader. And Trump said that he's going to actually sue Mamdani as well. Trump is going to war with Zohran Mamdani.
And to import such ideologies to the United
really
States
quickly,
means...
So I just want to ask you this really quickly. I see that the two sides have a common cause in destruction of the West, Western civilization, the United States of America, even if they do have very different visions of what rises up from the ashes. But while you said a Trojan horse isn't necessary today, you still have described Zohran Mamdani as a Trojan horse. Explain.
Yes, well, basically, had he not used the Muslim and the socialist cards, I would have not mind.
Right.
If he represented himself as an American first and as an American last, I wouldn't mind. But the thing is,
I love that. And we're trying to get that in Ireland. You know, we represent ourselves as Ireland first, Irish people first, but they don't want to do that, guys. People coming into Ireland, they're breaking away. Communist first, this religion first. Like, they're doing just different ideas. It's like, guys, what happened to pushing Ireland as a country, or, you know, America as a country as well? That sort of capitalistic, you know, America first idea is extremely important for the rest of the world. Extremely important for the world of the players that are in this movement, okay?
Is that he is using such dangerous ideologies that contradicts with the spirit of New York, posing as the savior of the city. Well, the city is perfect the way it is. It's a perfect city.
Yeah.
It's the most advanced city in the world. Okay, every city has its own problems, but this is the jewel of the Western civilization, and there is nothing like it. So he's coming to pose as a Muslim who wants to save the West. From what? From what? This is his hypocrisy. If he really cares for his people, why doesn't he go and build the Muslim countries, you know, where it's failing, where there is barbarism, where there is nothing close to New York City or to the United States. But he's coming to something that's completely developed, and he's posing that he's going to integrate it into something greater.
I'll tell you. Very well said by Mossab Hassan Youssef. Very well said, guys. You know, you have people coming to the US, right? And this guy obviously is born and raised there, but they're posing as this savior, this guy that wants to help the country. The country and the city is fine. It's capitalist. It's a good city. New York City. Obviously, it has massive amounts of, you know, communists in it. It's a blue city, and mainly it's blue because people are very liberal there. But he's trying to say, oh, I want to save the place from Donald Trump. I want to save the country from the right wing. When in reality, is it the right wing he wants to fight against? Or is it the entire capitalist American ideology that he wants to fight against? You know, it's very cool. He's a Trojan horse. That's a lot of people don't understand what a Trojan horse is. He's coming in under false pretenses. He's saying he's one thing. In reality, he's like a sleeper cell waiting to just attack the system.
Mossab, I would love to ask this question. I would encourage you, if you ever have the opportunity to interact with Zohran Mamdani, and I would invite him onto this program at any point. I would love to ask him exactly what you present. What is his vision? What is his model? Yeah. Where is the society that he envisions having been implemented on this earth that he would like to bring to New York City? And I'd have that a very open, curious question for Zohran Mamdani. In the meantime, for much of what we've talked about, if you're curious, Mossab has written a new book. It's called From Hamas to America. I encourage you to check that out. And I appreciate the time that we had. I think we deserves a lot more time, and I hope to see you in the future.
Thank you very much.
Hey, awesome. That guy's cool. Mossab, Hassan, Yusuf. Like, these guys are very intelligent. A lot of people don't understand, like, you know, you have people that are from the inside. He's the son of the Hamas leader. This guy knows exactly the sort of threat that these people can cause. You know, this isn't just a religious issue. This is a Hamas terror organization. These people that are in this sort of Muslim Brotherhood, like I've heard from this UAE professor. I believe he's a US UAE man. He's from the UAE, this sort of professor that I talked about before. He talks about this thing, guys, about this sort of infiltration under false pretenses, trying to help save the country. And, you know, it's not at all, guys. They're doing the opposite, actually. They want to destroy the flipping countries from within. I love you all. If you want to support me, hit the join link underneath the video. Become a member so I can help push back against this woke mainstream media, the woke ideology from the Irish government, and a lot more, okay? Obviously, the woke ideology in New York City now. And I'll see you guys all in the next one, man. Peace.